Today's movie is a special request from Patreon supporter Richard Watley, who asked me to review the movie Highway to Hell. And this joins the ranks of other movies named after popular song titles like Pretty Woman, Sweet Home Alabama, and One Fine Day. But whereas those other movies were all rom-coms, this one is a little different. Highway to Hell is a 1991, fantasy, comedy, horror movie? This is one of those films that defies easy categorization, which is both part of its charm and also probably a big reason why it's remained relatively unknown for so many years. To give you an idea of what the movie's like, imagine something as wacky as Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, except in this case, you probably haven't heard of it before. This movie's got one thing going for it, though. It was written by Brian Helgeland. He wrote the screenplay to LA Confidential. And also The Postman, but he still wrote LA Confidential. Now, because the movie's called Highway to Hell, I'm assuming they're gonna open with that classic AC/DC song. Huh. Okay, guess they couldn't afford the rights. But hey, Indian techno music works too, I guess. And wait a second, is this movie named after a song or just the world's first video game adaptation? Our main character is Charlie, played by Rob Lowe's brother Chad Lowe, who somehow manages to look even more unnaturally young than Rob does. Seriously, throughout the entire movie, he looks like he's 25 going on 15. Charlie's on his way to Vegas to marry his girlfriend Rachel, played by Kristy Swanson, who's best known for being the version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer that a lot of people forget was actually the first version of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
That cop is watching us. And what we're doing is, technically, it's illegal.
Charlie's a little nervous about getting caught trying to marry Rachel, implying that she might be underage. Although, honestly, out of these two, Charlie seems more like the one who might be under 18. Besides, no law is gonna stop Charlie from bedding his bride-to-be while the dog watches. That's totally their thing.
Charlie, not in a Ford Pinto.
Just close your eyes and picture a Porsche.
And if it helps, just pretend I'm Rob. They decide to take an isolated back road to Vegas, because that couldn't possibly go wrong in a horror movie. First though, they gotta stop at this gas station / outdoor hookah bar.
Hey, could you fill her up, please?
Ooh, and the gas comes with a free jump scare.
Thanks. What do I owe you?
Gas is $8.
Wow, $8 to fill up your tank? This movie really is a fantasy. The old man warns him not to drive on the back road at night, which they don't listen to, because again, ignoring an old man's warning in a horror movie never leads to anything bad. Unfortunately for them, those turkey legs they bought at the gas station really start to make them sleepy. Ooh, you picked a bad place to get pulled over, Charlie, because this cop's equipped with puns. And he apparently tried to tattoo himself with a steak knife. I don't think this cop's gonna let Charlie off with a warning. Yeah, blue lives matter, but yours doesn't, bitch. Well, your girlfriend may have just got kidnapped, Charlie, but on the bright side, you fell asleep at the wheel and didn't get a ticket, so that's a plus. Even though this is Charlie's fault for ignoring the old man's warning earlier, he better have some answers for him.
There's 2 roads down there. There's a road within a road. It's there all right, I've been there.
Where?
The highway to hell.
You know, it's just off Thunderstruck Avenue.
Okay, can you please just tell me where there's a phone?
You can't phone hell, boy. You can drive there, but you can't phone hell.
Duh, I know how hell works, thank you. Thankfully, the old man knows all about hell, mainly because his girlfriend got kidnapped there too several years earlier.
They just didn't disappear. I know where they went. The sergeant took them.
Who is this sergeant?
The hell cop.
Hell Cop, huh? Alright, not the most imaginative name ever, but still pretty badass. Not only does the old man tell Charlie all about hell and how to get there, but he also gives him a magic gun and a badass car to travel there in. Wow, good thing Charlie stopped here to get gas and not a Sinclair. Almost makes up for this place not having taquitos.
You better take this antifreeze. It's gonna be hotter than hell down there.
Wait, wouldn't it be hot as hell? The old man tells Charlie he needs to get back in less than 24 hours, and I think that's all the information he needs.
Hey, I forgot. There's something in that car.
Oh man, I forgot to take that hooker I killed out of the trunk. The old man also tells Charlie how to get to hell, which can only be reached once he goes over 88 miles per hour. Or something. Also, hell looks awfully similar to the place he just left. Alright, I know Vegas is called Sin City, but being able to gamble, drink for free, and get a hooker all in the same day doesn't sound like hell to me.
Ben, not in Kansas anymore.
You weren't in Kansas in the first place, Charlie. One good thing about hell, though, it comes with random celebrity cameos.
My spies! Hello? Perhaps I could interest you in an omelet, okay, in a bit of a rush? I can understand that.
Oh shit, it's Sam Harris. Bet you he's surprised to be in hell. Yes, that really is Ben Stiller making an appearance in this movie. In fact, Ben's entire family seems to show up at some point, with his parents Jerry Stiller and Ann Mira, as well as sister Amy Stiller, all making cameos in the movie. Huh, I guess Ben must have made a deal with the devil to get Zoolander 2 made. And just like in the real world, cops can't resist stopping for some coffee and donuts. Jeez, this is like the Star Wars cantina scene if it had been directed by David Lynch. What, Richard Farnsworth's in this movie? That might be what happened here. Rachel manages to escape from the hell cop after pouring coffee on his handcuffs. Hey, you know what would have stopped her from escaping there? Regular handcuffs. And congratulations, Rachel, you're now this biker gang's bitch.
Embarrassing, big guy. Embarrassing. A girl from up there getting away from you on your own turf. I'll give her back. And I won't say how you messed up. But you owe me.
You know, he has a gun and there's no body cams in hell. He could just shoot you and say it was self-defense. I'd ask if these bikers are called Hell's Angels, but that's a little too easy. Also, just like the real Nevada, hell apparently comes with its own bunny ranch.
Can you tell me the quickest way to hell?
Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Or you could just molest a kid. That'd probably work too. She offers to lead Charlie to the hell cop, which he declines. He's waiting to see if Joan Jett is also down here. He also ends up getting captured by the bikers. Now he's gonna have to put on a giant pair of shoes and dance to tequila in order for them to let him go.
Let him go.
Or just do nothing. That works too, I guess. Oh, and we also learn the old man's girlfriend left him for biker Bud Bundy here. Typical. Always going for the bad boy. Listen, Charlie, I know you're upset, but I'd be careful if I were you. I mean, your girlfriend's already been arrested. You don't want to get in trouble, too. Alright, this movie obviously had a pretty decent budget behind it, so if any of you are wondering why you've never heard of it before, I'll get to that later. Great, not only does Charlie's car get totaled by the hell cop, but it almost gets towed while he goes to get help. You know, all things considered, hell doesn't seem that different from real life. Other than they have random Andy Warhols picking up their garbage, I guess. Alright, maybe there's a few more differences.
There's nothing I'd rather reach for than a fire-brewed bottle of Styx beer. Made from the filthiest waters from our own river Styx. Styx beer is a third more toxic than any other regular beer.
Still better than old Milwaukee. The guy who tried towing Charlie's car is named Beazle, who ends up giving him a ride and even offers to fix up his car and help him out. Although, personally, I don't know if I trust this guy. 1, he's played by Patrick Bergin, and 2, his name is Beazle. Seriously, Beazle? His name might as well be I'm the fucking devil. And he also needs to mind his own business.
Have you two... You know what I mean. Well, the only reason I say is that a hell cop usually only goes for beautiful young virgin.
Well, she's not.
Yeah, I fingered her on a couch once. That counts, right? Alright, as on the nose as the name Beazle is, I gotta admit, this movie does have some pretty funny puns in it. Can't say I approve of this little kid tagging along, though. This movie does not need a hell Kenny.
Hey, Adam. How did you end up in hell?
I killed my sister with a hammer and then my parents covered it up. And hey, you can't make a trip to Helvada and not make a stop at a casino.
Office, Jimmy ain't here.
Alright, that's pretty funny. This was right before Vegas tried to rebrand itself as a family-friendly place in the 90s. Thank God that didn't last. And in addition to gambling, Rachel and Hellcop are here too. Good thing Charlie has that special gun the old man gave him.
Shoot him again!
Which apparently doesn't do shit. You lied to him, old man. Uh-oh, if Charlie dies here, he goes to the underworld from Dragon Lives Again and is gonna be played by a Hong Kong knockoff of himself. Good thing Beasel's there to fix him up. And did somebody say cameo?
Once it's explained, the devil will look at me and I say goodbye, devil, and he goes goodbye, Bob.
Fun fact, it was seeing Gilbert Gottfried as Hitler in this movie that convinced Disney to cast him in Aladdin. Also, most of the people listed here are actually dead now. You're next, Imelda. Huh, what do you know? Not only did Beazle heal Charlie's wounds, but he also took the kid away. Maybe he's not so evil after all. And do you bikers mind? We're not shooting Adam and the Ants Fury Road right now. Okay, I was joking about Adam and the Ants earlier, but I think this just turned into a music video.
Make love to me, Charlie. If you make love to me, the devil won't want me anymore.
That's true, Satan does hate getting soul-cucked.
Charlie.
Alright, Charlie, your little magic gun didn't do shit against Hellcop earlier, so maybe using his own gun against him will work. Okay, now keep that gun and leave that piece of crap the old man gave you behind. Alright, looks like he saved Rachel, but I don't know, something doesn't seem right here.
Rachel, we should go. Now.
Oh, what do you know? I guess she really is a demon in the sack. Consider this a warning, Charlie. After about 50 years of marriage, this is what she's gonna look like. And quit using your crappy gun.
Charlie, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Oh.
Sorry, just not my type.
Okay, gonna have to work on those one-liners there, Charlie. Good work, Charlie. You passed the devil's test of not wanting to fuck this thing, I guess. Now he just needs to rescue Rachel from the Hellcop, but in order to get to her, he's gonna need to get a ride across the River Styx from another cameo. What? That counts as a cameo? That's Kevin Peter Hall who played the Predator. And also the alien from Without Warning. Also, it's nice to see that Cerberus from Clash of the Titans was able to still find work even after people stopped worshipping Greek gods. Although he is looking a little rougher these days. You can tell Charlie's in the land of the dead because he's on a boat full of ghosts. Either that or these are all clan members whose hoods have all gone impotent. Charlie makes his way to Gotham Metropolis Hell York City, which seems to be populated entirely by historical reenactors. I always knew the deepest pit of hell was reserved for them. Alright, you finally found Rachel. Just remember, if she wants to have sex with you, that means it's not actually her. Unfortunately, they're interrupted by an extra from G vs. E. Oh, wait a second, that's the devil.
I don't know what's happening here, but I'm taking Rachel back.
You'll never keep her away from me.
Satan gives Rachel a choice. Stay in hell and have all her wildest dreams fulfilled, or go back to Earth with Charlie. Which will she choose?
I want to go back.
Okay, we're not quite done yet. Satan agrees to let him go, but on one condition.
Remember, don't look back.
Wow, that's it? Okay, Satan is surprisingly reasonable.
Now we'll have some fun.
Oh wow, Beazle is actually Satan. Surprise. Well, given that simple rule Satan gave him, getting out of hell should be a breeze.
It's okay.
Don't turn! Don't look back!
You had one job, Charlie. Great, you look back and now you're being attacked by a bunch of off-Broadway play actors.
Loki! I don't know, this car wasn't made into it, you know.
Duh, it's the early 90s, it's probably Japanese. And it looks like Hellcop wasn't as dead as I thought he was, although considering they're already in hell, it makes sense that killing him would just send him back here, I guess. They managed to escape, now they just need to drive Hellcop's car all the way back to Earth.
That ought to slow down.
Or you could have just drove it yourself. And joke's on you, it slowed him down for about 30 seconds. Also, Charlie, do yourself a favor and don't try to save the kid, too. I mean, you've already got your girlfriend. Saving a Kenny basically ensures you a place in hell.
Adam wants to go back now. And I want to take him with us.
What are your terms?
We'll race the Hellcop.
Okay, not to bring up Bill and Ted again, but you could just challenge him to a game of Twister. That'd probably be easier. And funnier. But race him he does. Here's hoping the old man put some nitrous in that car. Alright, time for a race with the devil's police guy thing. Hey, no cheating, bikers. Quit trying to shoehorn your way into this movie's plot points. I don't care if you are trying to kill the kid. Oh look, now they're dead in hell? So does this mean they go back to Earth? How exactly does this work? Jeez, I'll bet Charlie wishes he kept Hellcop's gun instead of his crappy pea shooter. At least that way you could make him disappear for a while again.
Shoot him in the glasses, Charlie!
What?
If you break his glasses, it'll kill him!
Oh, okay, that seems weirdly specific. Oh, and remember what I said about the car having nitrous? Well, that actually wasn't a joke. Turns out the old man likes to Tokyo drift in his spare time. I think I know what Satan's thinking right now.
Stop them! They cheated!
Good work, Charlie, you made it back to Earth. Now you can marry your possibly underage bride and maybe go to hell later. You know, I just realized something. Hellcop is played by C.J. Graham, who's most famous for playing Jason Voorhees, so something tells me they're not going to be able to get rid of him that easy. Oh, motherfucking yeah!
Stop right there, I'll shoot.
Okay, Hellcop's got the same temperament as Jason Voorhees. That means the only way to kill him for good is with diminishing box office returns. Sunglasses. Hellcop's one weakness. Apparently. The weirdest thing about this whole ending is despite being foiled in every conceivable way, Satan doesn't really seem that upset. Maybe this whole thing was a ploy to get Charlie to take the kid off his hands the whole time. Oh, and we also get an epilogue saying that Charlie used his experiences to develop the video games Hell on Wheels, Dog in Hell, and I'd Rather Be Living. Damn, too bad he didn't develop Doom, then he'd be set for life. Despite having a good amount of talent and money behind it, Highway to Hell sat on the shelf for over a year before getting a limited theatrical release in 1992, where it only made around $26,000, and then got dumped on home video where it was largely forgotten, not getting a DVD or Blu-ray release until 2016. Which is a bit of a shame because this is one movie that I'm a little surprised doesn't have a bigger cult following. Part of the problem could have been that people didn't know how to classify it. Is it a fantasy? Sure, but not in the swords and wizards kind of way. Comedy? Well, there's funny parts, but it's not trying to make you laugh all the time. Horror? Well, there's elements of it, but it's not really scary. It's not a movie that fits neatly into one box, which is probably why it had trouble finding an audience, but it's also what makes it interesting. The movie as a whole doesn't 100% work, and like a lot of strange movies, it can definitely feel unfocused at times, but I appreciate that it tried something different, and there are some genuinely clever and funny moments in it. If you're looking for something that has a little more Hollywood polish than I usually have on this show, but is still out there, give this a look. Well, that's all for now. Until next time.
Now you're saying it's all out of oil and the car won't start.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're a walking geek.